Hey everyone, welcome back. Where today I am going to show you guys the best traps that you will need to use in your Twin Peaks Storm Shield Defense, which are the best traps that you need. You definitely need them right now with the perks that you need to put on them. So there is 5 main traps that you need to have it with yourself. So let's go to schematics, and now here are the traps. The first one is going to be the broadside trap. You want to upgrade this trap and make it to its fullest and strongest power that you can. It's one of the traps that you're going to use the most. The 3 traps out of these 5 traps that you're going to use the most is the broadside trap, the ceiling drop trap, and the ceiling electric fill. These 3 are the most important ones and the ones that you're going to use the most. So let me show you guys the perks for each one of them. For the broadside trap, these perks are the best. Elemental, the element should be physical, and 44, basically like the damage is gonna the percentage is gonna increase as you level the perk up. Then you want to have damage, then reload speed, then damage again, then a non-reload speed, and at last a durability. It should be completely in this format since each perk will offer a different replacement and you cannot put them in random format, which is why they should be in this format exact. Then we have our next trap, which is the ceiling drop. So let's go ahead to upgrade, modify perks, and these are the best perks for this trap. The element should be physical and damage. The next perk is damage, reload speed, and durability again. Now, if you don't know how to change the perks, it's alright. I'm just going to explain to you. So when you go into this page, click on the perk that you want to change and then go to replacement. As you can see, pick the replacement that you want and then you need to spend 600 range and confirm, and it's going to replace the perk for you, but it's not going to drop its rarity. It's going to stay as it was. If it was epic, it's going to stay epic. If it was legend, it's going to stay legend. If it was rare, it's going to stay rare. If it was common, it's going to be common, uncommon, uncommon. It's not going to change, so do not worry at all. And then go ahead and upgrade them to their fullest as they can be, like the element that I upgraded first, since I thought the element is going to be the most important part in a schematic. Our next trap is going to be the ceiling electric fill. So let's go ahead here and upgrade, modify perks, and these are the best perks for this trap. The element this time should be energy and damage. Then the next perks are going to be damage, reload speed, and durability. Almost the same as the first 2. These are going to be the greatest for this trap. The next trap, the next 2 traps that are also important, maybe not as important as these 3. I mean, one of them is actually as important as these 3, but the other one is just a side trap for smaller areas that your buildings are closer to the ground. But first of all, the other trap that is basically closer to these 3, as in being like super important, is the tar pit trap. The tar pit trap needs to also be legendary. That's going to be way better, as you know. Upgrade it as well to its fullest. Then go to upgrade, inspect, upgrade, modify perks, and over here you can change the perks as you can see, but this is not the proper basically perks. Do not put these at all. Let me explain something to you before I show you guys the correct perks for the tar pit trap. The tar pit trap, although it gives a lot of damage as you can see, it's not used for damages a lot. It's only used to stop the husk, delay them, buy us a little time so the ceiling traps can reload and attack the same husk again, which is why we're going to mostly focus on durability than damage. So for your torpid trap, the element needs to be fire. You can even change that, so it's always fire. But then the following perks, which are going to be 5 different perks. It's showing 4 over here, I think, because it's epic. That's the reason. It needs to be legendary. But the following perks, following the element of fire, every single one of them needs to be durability, 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 and the last one, if it's legend, durability again. Why it needs to be a durability? Because when the husks attacks it, they're just like, for example, the smashers. They're gonna smash their fist onto the floor and break it really fast. We don't want that to happen. The durability, if increased, then there's more use to the torpid trap. You can use it more instead of, like, for example, 70 uses gonna get into, I don't know, maybe 80 uses. So it's not gonna run out really early. And the torpid trap is really important in that way as well. One more important thing to know about the torpid trap and the ceiling drop trap is that if you place a ceiling drop trap above a torpid trap and a husk or a smasher, for example, worse, gets stuck into the tar pit and then the ceiling drop trap falls on the smasher, it's going to free the smasher from the tar pit. So there is no point of having the tar pit below the ceiling drop trap, because the main point of the tar pit trap is to stop and delay the husks, the smashers. So when you place a tar pit trap, do not place a ceiling drop trap above it, or do not place a tar pit trap near the slopes of the floor if you have like some ceiling drop traps on the slope. Instead, place ceiling electric field, which are really good. They're gonna get reload really fast and are going to damage this the smasher over and over again. Now, the final and the fifth trap is that I don't have the legendary one either. It is going to be this trap over here. Yes, the ceiling zapper, which we're going to use it at some times, not all the times, since still the ceiling electric field and the ceiling drop trap are way better than this. I know this one, the damage is super high, but still, there's a reason that these two are better than this one. So, let's go ahead here and see the perks. This one also do not have the proper perks since it's epic and I didn't want to waste like wrenches and stuff on an epic schematic if I'm not going to use it a lot. So I'm going to tell you guys the proper perks right now. So the element is correct. It should be energy and damage. Do not take nature. It should be energy and damage. Then the following perks on order, the first one should be damage, not durability or critical rating. It should be damage. The second one needs to be reload speed. The third one needs to be damage again, which it already is, which is really good. The fourth one needs to be durability, which again already is. And that should be it. Or is that? No, actually, no. Wait. This one's one low. Okay, see, that's the problem. This one's not legendary. If it was legendary, there would be a total of 6 perks, but right now there's only 5. That's why I'm basically got confused a little. So the element needs to be energy and damage. The first perk beside the element should be damage. It should be damage. The second one should be reload speed. The third one should be damage, which it already is. The fourth one needs to be reload speed, not durability. Reload speed. And then if it's a legendary schematic, then the sixth one, basically the fifth one or the last perk, which is going to be basically down here, that one needs to be durability. So durability should be on the fifth one, the last one, and on the fourth one should be reload speed again. And that will be the final trap. These 5 traps are the most important traps that you need to enter the Twin Peak Storm Shield defense. They are the most strongest one. Forget about the floor spikes or the wall darts or I don't know, wall spikes. They're all good, but not as good as these 5 traps. I also recommend having some anti-air trap as well, in case there will be like some of the monsters, I don't even know their names, who will throw some type of magic thing to your buildings, or the thrower, I think it's called, who will like spawn a zombie on his hand and throw it into your build. So the anti-air defense trap basically can shoot them in the sky and stop them from reaching your build. But anyways, these 5 traps were the main ones. I hope you found this video useful and helpful. If you did, please go ahead and like. It's going to help me a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification if you want me to upload more videos like this one. See you guys in the next video.